आई वॉज लाइक कि अब क्या करें, आरबीआई भी नहीं निकल रहा है, सेबी भी निकल रहा है. सो 2022 में तो वो तो एकदम डाउन पॉइंट था. आई वॉज कम्प्लीटली लॉस्ट. सो इवन माई बैचमेट्स वर लाइक डूइंग रियली वेल. प्रमोशन पे प्रमोशंस हो रहे. मैं अपने ग्रुप से हट चुका था कि एवरीवन वाज लाइक वेयर आर यू. सो आई वॉज इन अ वेरी बैड स्टेट इन 2022. So then my mom was like कि ये सही नहीं हो रहा है.
So hello everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Vedant, who has cleared the SEBI Grade A examination in 2024. So yes, first a big round of applause for him.
Thank you, thank you.
So if I tell a little about you, about Vedant, so he has done his MSc Economics Integrated from IIT Kharagpur, which in itself is a very prestigious organization. और इनकी journey काफ़ी unique, काफ़ी interesting है because he has seen many highs and lows in his journey itself. इन्होंने अपनी एक बहुत well paying job को छोड़कर he started preparing for RBI Grade B, for SEBI Grade A, और in his first attempt of SEBI Grade A he cleared prelims, he cleared mains, he reached till the interview stage, और सिर्फ 0.5 marks से he missed the final cutoff, he missed the final selection. So you can understand that how heartbreaking it is, how disheartening it is कि 0.5 marks से you have to restart your journey. And the same thing repeated in 2023. He cleared the prelims, he cleared the mains of the RBI Grade B, और interview में पहुँचे, final cutoff सिर्फ 3 marks से he missed. So final selection he missed again. But his never giving up attitude wins at last, and now he has cleared the SEBI Grade A examination in 2024 and he has become the SEBI Grade A officer.
Thank you, sir.
So first of all, Achievers badge for you because you are truly an achiever. Okay. And sir, if you can.
Yes. Sir, कोई आइज है लगाने हैं.
Anchi sir, please.
Sir.
नर्वस हो गए हो क्या?
अरे नहीं थोड़ा सा
तो सेबी में
फिर कैसे है ना, पिछला याद आ जाता है.
A few words from you, sir.
Yes. So hi everyone. So I am Vedant Jambhulkar. I am from Nagpur. So as you know, I did my graduation from IIT Kharagpur in 2018. So I worked like for a Malaysian bank right after my college. I worked there for a brief period. It was more of a tech job, but I didn't want it to work in that field. So it was just a quick decision. I just quit my job in like a span of like 3 months without even knowing like what would my role would be there over. I just quit my job without having an offer in hand. And then I got to know about the regulatory body examinations. So since like many of my seniors were there in RBI, so I gave my first attempt. Didn't know about any coaching or any in 2019, any EduTap or anything. Missed out over there. And in 2020, I got to know about the SEBI thing just before the COVID. And then COVID happened. So the entire year I was just, you can say, just chilling and having an understanding, okay, what is the exam all about. In 2021, as ma'am said, I gave my first attempt, couldn't make it. So that was a very, you can say like right after IIT, like this was my lowest point because I hadn't seen this type of disappointment. Because right in my, throughout my IIT journey, I have been excelling everywhere, going abroad, representing my colleges. So that was a very shocker for me. And I was like, I had made it a point, like since it's my economics background, so like RBI would be a suitable match for me. Since my brother is in the private sector, so I know like he's having a like very high paying job. But I know even if the pay is high, I know like what kind of time he's able to give to the family, for himself, and even the health conditions. So even I didn't have any responsibility towards my family, so I had the liberty to take some time and do whatever I want to do. 2021 I missed out SEBI. That was something very like blunder for me. 2022 again SEBI notification came. I missed out again. So that time I missed out in the mains itself. So I was like कि अब क्या करें, RBI भी नहीं निकल रहा है, सेबी भी निकल रहा है. सो 2022 में तो वो तो एकदम डाउन पॉइंट था. आई वॉज कम्प्लीटली लॉस्ट. सो इवन माई बैचमेट्स वर लाइक डूइंग रियली वेल. प्रमोशन पे प्रमोशंस हो रहे. मैं अपने ग्रुप से हट चुका था कि एवरीवन वाज लाइक वेयर आर यू. सो आई वाज इन अ वेरी बैड स्टेट इन 2022. So then my mom was like कि ये सही नहीं हो रहा है. She enrolled me in a 10-day Vipassana course by गोयनका जी, if you must know, like वो होता है. So I cried at the gate कि मुझे नहीं जाना है. But my parents were like कि तुझे हम घर पे नहीं लेके आ रहे, you have to be here. So वो 10 days, मतलब पहले दिन तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट था because you don't get to talk. शांत रहना है बिल्कुल, no mobile, nothing. So overall, that 10 days like really transformed me, because after that it completely changed what vision I have, like what the thought process is there. And then I came with a fresh mindset. I took up a job again back in Bangalore. I worked again for 3-4 months, but because like in the back of my mind I had कि देना है वापस से. 2023 RBI went till the interview. जिस दिन रिजल्ट आया, I was about to go to my foreign trip. मैं जिस एयरपोर्ट पे था और रिजल्ट आया कि नहीं हुआ है. And I was like कि what to do? Shall I board the flight? Friends are waiting. Shall I tell the family? I was like no, I will enjoy my Dubai trip. अब जो होगा देखा जाएगा. So I came back, but then after coming back, then I was lost. कि घूम के तो आ गया हूँ, but now what to do? Mother was like कि it's your decision, मतलब whatever you did. Brother was completely against it कि what are you doing man, 5-6 years IIT से करके तू क्या कर रहा है, मतलब गवर्नमेंट जॉब के पीछे भागे जा रहा है, like it's paying like some lucrative amount or something. But deep down in the mind, like if you have confidence in yourself कि you can make it, अगर वो है, so it's all about that. If you believe in yourself, then so 2024 it was a golden chance कि SEBI वापस से आ रहा है. एंड आई वाज लाइक कि ठीक है, आरबीआई तो प्रीलिम्स नहीं हो रहा है, लेट्स फोकस, लाइक आरबीआई भी देंगे अच्छे से, बट लेट्स फोकस ऑन सेबी इटसेल्फ, सिंस आई मिस्ड आउट इन द फर्स्ट इसमें इंटरव्यू एंड देन इन द मेंस. सो दिस टाइम आई जस्ट ट्विस्टेड माय अप्रोच टुवर्ड्स इट. एंड 5 दिसंबर को इंटरव्यू था इन मुंबई. सो व्हेन प्राइम मिनिस्टर वाज देयर फॉर द ओथ टेकिंग सेरेमनी ऑफ द चीफ मिनिस्टर, सो आई वाज द लास्ट वन ओवर देयर इन द इंटरव्यू. So interview से I'll just tell us just 10 seconds कि in my RBI interview I missed out because of my CFA thing. They asked me a basic question. I missed out on that. So this time my mom was like, just before the interview she was continuously texting me कि go through the CFA thing. And I was just scrolling my CFA curriculum, and the one topic which I just read before my interview, first question was that. So I was like कि okay, चलो अब तो भगवान भी साथ है, तो अब तो चांस है, मतलब लाइक. तो इंटरव्यू वेंट वेल, एंड ऑन 3rd January this year the results came, and then 4th January I was out of India. I went for a trip. I was like कि हो गया अब, like I'm happy now. That's it, my job.
So Vedant has been he has been continuously connected with EduTap, and he has done his preparation in 2023 with the SEBI Grade A silver course. So he was a student of our community, and we are really happy that he has achieved this feat. And sir, can you just this is our wall of fame where all the achievers of ours goes.
Okay.
And if you can please.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Is it, ma'am?
Yes.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And this is a book from our end. Now you are financially free, so this is 3 picks for financial freedom.
Okay. So, thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
team.
Any other question, anyone?
हाँ.
आपने एक चीज बोली थी with which I resonate कि जब हम डाउन होते हैं ना तो हम अपने आप को सोशली डिस्टेंस कर लेते हैं. You said that you were out of the groups.
Yes.
Which you had, no, with your friends or something.
Yes.
तो मतलब मैं पूछना तो ये भी चाहता हूँ ऐसा क्यों होता है, because that happened with me also. बट उस टाइम आप क्या सोचते थे जब आप ग्रुप छोड़ रहे थे या उनसे बात नहीं कर रहे थे, कि आप ये सोचते थे कि जब कुछ बनूंगा तब दोबारा इनसे जुड़ूंगा, मतलब मन में क्या आता था? बिकॉज इट्स नॉट इजी टू लीव फ्रेंड्स एंड get on with your life?
Yes. The point was कि whenever I opened LinkedIn or Instagram, so वो एक point आ जाता है कि we were together right since college, and now someone is doing. It's not that कि I am.
It's not a jealousy.
Not a jealousy part. It's like कि I need to do something better rather than stucking at a point for years and years and years. So back on वो चलते जा रहा था कि like. So my point was कि let's keep aside from all these things. Like even if your closest your closest friends would be knowing what you're going through, then they won't trouble you because they know your journey. कि चलो he's preparing for something, so then they won't call you or like message you because they know कि at a certain point of time we will get the news. So it's better if you just cut off like just dissociate from all these things and completely focus like what you want to do. It's been a like really tough one because every day you are waking up and you don't know what to do. Don't know what to do in the sense like you have all the resources, but you just keep on following it. You don't know what the end results is gonna be. It's gonna work in your favor or not. So for me, that's been like multiple attempts. Ki I'm reaching the final victory very close, and yet I'm so far from that. So that's been like very like low point. Like there have been like very low point for me, in which I used to cut down from my like all the relatives. You know how relatives are, right? Means they just So now I'm the king. So I just don't. ठीक है man. You just go, man. You are not there. So you know who were with you in your tough times. So EduTap was with my tough times. So now it's time that I'm with EduTap. Yeah. So it's up to you. It's better if you dissociate from everything and just completely focus what you want to achieve. Of course, it has taken me time.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for coming.
So we have celebrated the journey of Vedant, the ups and downs, the highs and lows that he has faced in his journey of preparing for the RBI Grade B examination and SEBI Grade A examination. Now let's understand from him the strategy that he followed for the SEBI Grade A examination and how he came to clear the SEBI Grade A examination in 2024. So first of all, Vedant, again congratulations to you for clearing this examination.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Now just jumping into the strategy, first of all, starting with phase 1. So in the phase 1, there is quant, reasoning, English and GA, paper 1. So were you already strong in that or did you prepare separately something?
I had already like prior given like examinations. So since it's just a cutoff for SEBI examination, the QRE section, so I didn't like prepare as such. Just before the prelims, like 3-4 days ago, I just solved mocks. And for the GA thing, I just went through the EduTap's like a GA monthly magazine for the last 3 months, just to have a brief overview, like what all is there. And I was good to go.
Okay. So ऐसा नहीं लगा कि GA में I am wasting my time because quant, reasoning, English पहले ही इतना strong है कि मैं उसमें paper 1 की cut off निकाल दूंगा?
No, my strong one is GA.
Okay.
I count on GA. So I want my score to elevate through GA itself.
Okay.
And least is the reasoning. I don't like reasoning thing, yes.
Okay.
Because I just attempted 1 or 2 questions in reasoning. That's it. Just जो मुझे आता है.
Okay. Now coming to the paper 2 in phase 1. So paper 2 मतलब जब आप prepare कर रहे थे phase 1 paper 2 की, तो आपके mind में था कि phase 2 paper 2 भी same subjects है तो I have to like prepare integrated, या आप बस basics कर रहे थे phase 1 के time?
No, my preparation was fully like into detailed before phase 2 examining, like between the gap between phase 1 and phase 2. So I was already prepared before phase 1 itself for the phase 2 examination. Since I knew that there isn't much time and I had to go with all the basics, completely understand it. And in the gap between phase 1 and phase 2, my mindset was I don't want to go to the curriculum. Okay. I want to solve only questions. That's it. That was.
Okay. So now, like how many questions have you solved before the phase 1 for your phase 1 preparation? If you remember, like were you solving a lot of questions or you were like revising more through the concepts?
It was a mixture of both, like revising through the concepts and the daily YouTube sessions which EduTap conducted. So let's say for example, like if a Companies Act revision session is there, so I just used to go through it. Okay, if I am able to solve like 20 on like 18 on 20 or 19 on 20, so I'm good to go. I just need to revise it once. So that was like the intense run was not before phase one. It was between phase one and phase two. Yes.
Okay, so now let's just move to the phase 2 part.
Yes.
And in the phase 2, did you prepare for the English descriptive writing?
No, I didn't prepare for English descriptive. No.
Okay, and did you see the marks
Yes,
list?
yes, yes. So I will tell you, I got very less in English.
Okay.
So overall, this year across, like the marks in English were given like very low as compared to the earlier years. But I will tell you, like I missed out the word limit of the essay also in the final exam by 70-80 words. I couldn't complete the paper, and like you know how the keyboards are in the exam, like
True.
very very terrible. So even that was an issue, but I could have done it better.
Okay, and usually it is believed ना कि ऐसे में अगर तुम 50 to 100 words मतलब ऊपर नीचे कर भी रहे हो तो इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता because if your quality is good then it will not matter.
But in my case, I couldn't complete the essay which I wanted to. It was just stuck in middle. It was not a closure over there. So I was like, ki, English can make or break my paper. Yes, but I could have done it better. Rather, like I just went like too lenient for this. Like I should have at least practiced a bit. But no, English I didn't do.
Okay, and can you tell the students a little about the infrastructure that you get and the keyboards and the type of system that you get for your descriptive answer writing for the SEBI Grade A examination?
Uh, yes, so it's just so screen is there and the keyboard is there. So for the English descriptive, there are three sections like comprehension, essay, and précis. So 1 hour is there, right?
Yes.
One hour is there, and you need to have a practice. You just can't go and like just write on like whatever you want, because there the pressure is there. The time clock is ticking, and as soon as you just made up your mind, okay, I'll write this, half the time is gone away. So you need to simultaneously do all this. And one fact is for sure, the infrastructure is not very good. At least I know in my center. I don't know about others, but overall the perspective I've got, it's not good. The keyboards and all are not good. So you need to be quick. Yes.
Okay. So now let's move to the main like phase 2 paper 2 that
Yes.
consists of 6 subjects
Six
that are the main subjects. So first let's discuss about your strategy for finance and management.
Finance was a bit easy for me since I have my economics background, and I also had finance courses in my college also in my curriculum. So it was never an issue for me. I just relied on EduTap, the revision sessions for finance, for all the topics. I just used to go through the videos. I never touched any book for finance itself, not even the curriculum, like anything particularly. I just relied on the EduTap questions and went through that. And next being the management. Management, you need to have a grip on the subject, because nowadays like they're asking like very like case based questions. Like if you don't know the concept, you won't be able to answer the questions. It's
True.
not that easy in the recent years, like how the paper is coming. So you need to have a grip of the subjects. For that also, I relied on EduTap's material for all the theories and all. So not any book like the standard book, but on EduTap material. Yes.
Okay. Now let's move to the costing and commerce and accounts. So
Yes.
that consists of a little numericals also. So how did you tackle that subject, and how were you able to revise, and like how many questions were you solving, or were you giving a lot of mock test for that?
Costing, and you said another.
Commerce and accounts.
Yes. So for commerce and accountancy, it's a sort of tricky thing. Means I just get confused with debit and credit thing, like, and all the balancing and everything. But there are easy topics in that also. But for both the subjects, for these two subjects, I refer to their original books, like original websites. Like for for commerce and accountancy, I went to the ICAI website, because these are the key sources, because then every material is prepared from these sources itself.
Correct.
So if you directly go there, and there are like free books available, like you just download the PDF and you get the book for every topic over there. So for these subjects, I like invested like majority of my time, because these are the make or break subjects, because a huge portion of the questions like comes from these subjects itself. And for costing and commerce and accountancy, both consist of numericals. So numericals are like I just used to Google out. I just used to Google the topics, and whatever numericals are there, I used to solve them, because EduTap's questions were there also. I used to solve that also, but I wanted to have a much more exposure. Okay, so like how the question would come from anywhere. I just wanted to be prepared. So for
Yes.
these two subjects, I went through the original sources. Yes, from the websites.
Okay, nice. And you have done like MSc Economics Integrated, that also from IIT Kharagpur.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
was there a requirement to go through the economics material, or was there a requirement for like going through the concepts, or you were clear that okay, I have done economics, I will be able to give the answers in the examination?
Like I had an edge that since I had done my degree in economics itself, so I used to follow your sessions because you used to teach economics. So I had to go through the basics, like understand how monetary policy, how fiscal policy, what are the like law of demand and supply, right from the basics. For economics also same. I just used to go through a marathon sessions. Okay, so like these are 100 questions. How much I am able to solve in one go? So let's say if I am doing like 85, so the remaining 15 questions, then I used to refer, okay, these topics I'm like these subjects I'm missing out. Then I used to read like 2 or 3 pages theory on this. Okay, so these are the things.
Okay. Now the last last topic that is left is your Companies Act,
Yes.
and that is also very theoretical, a lot of acts, and so
Yes, yes.
so how did you manage to cover that part?
No, that one rule I'll tell for Companies Act, you have to read the document Companies Act, which is from the MCA website, I guess, the original which is like 220 pages sort of thing. That you don't need to have any shortcut or something. Okay, coaching will be providing you with the summary thing, like the major ones. But I sincerely did. So it was on my fingertips. So you ask me anything, I would just tell you, okay, so this act, because it's if you know that thing, so 15 marks is on the table for you, because it's just straight question like what this act is all about. So that you need to cover. Yes.
Okay, so we have discussed about the 6 subjects, and you have told the sources, extra sources also that you followed. That is mainly the original like documents that you followed with. And like how important do you think the mock tests are or the MCQs are in your preparation journey for SEBI Grade A?
They played a very pivotal role in my journey, because once you can master the subject, but unless and until you practice what kind of questions are coming, you won't be able to test like how exactly are you performing in this. So this gives you a like clear picture of where your preparation stands out. So mock tests are must. I won't say like just start immediately right after preparation, but like once you do everything, like you have all the 6 subjects preparation, then you take a coaching's mock test. That is must. You don't need to appear for the exam. Okay, I have done this. Unless and until you solve questions, according to me, you won't be able to make it. Like unless and there's some exception over there. So you need to solve questions, because questions, they are the key factors to decide like how will you perform in the final exam over there. Because even if some tough questions comes over there, the kind of preparation which you have in your practice set of questions, that will give you a mindset. Okay, I have solved that kind of question, so I'd be able to apply some kind of logic over here. But if you are going like completely blank, then it's up to you. Yes.
Correct. For like utilizing the elimination method and the
Yes.
logical mind also, you
Logical
need to
mindset.
have the practical understanding of the questions, that what kind of questions can come, and in this type of question, if I am using my 50% logic, so am I able to give the right answers or not? Yes, correct.
yes.
So you have to solve a lot of MCQs, like Vedant has also said. Now, like coming to a question that this time the pattern changed in SEBI Grade A. So were you afraid that now a lot of questions are going to come and the limited time is there? So what was your approach, or were you afraid after seeing that?
Like this time it was like 100 questions, 100 marks. So like one question, 1 mark. So in a way it was like you need to study bit more in detail itself, because from every topic questions will increase like by 5-6 questions from every topic itself. So then you can't be like I would skip one topic, because then your chances would be minimized of getting. So this time the mindset was like solve more and more questions, but we didn't know how would the pattern would be. We were like solving, like in my case I was doing all sort of questions, like EduTap's test series, like I guess almost 10,000 plus questions was there, but I went through each and every question. Yeah, I didn't wanted to take any risk. I just like, well, let's go through and this. But that really helped me. But I'll tell you about my final, like the final experience in the exam when the paper came and I saw the 100 questions. So first reaction was like, "Ki, what is this paper?" I mean, it's okay. It's not that which everyone expected. It was on the lighter lines, means like they were asking some factual questions. Okay, what does this mean and all that. No tough numericals, nothing. It was just like if you know the basic formula, you'll be able to solve it. But the point was you had to make a shift in your mindset over there. The paper was a bit easy. I won't say a bit easy according to me. The point was that you have to take a chance to attempt maximum questions over there, because this was the paper that even if you miss out, that I would be like, okay, I'm solving 90 questions and I know I will get through. But I was like, no, the competition would be intense in this. So I had to take a risk. I attempted all the 100 questions. So for that, because even if I would have missed one or two questions, I might have been out of the race. So I had to shift my strategy over there. So it's all about like how you adapt to the exam situation over there. Yes.
Correct. And like if in the examination, this is always said by the team also, that if a exam is very tough,
Yes.
like out of box, that is for all the
All
students,
this,
and so the cutoff can go low.
Yes.
Similarly, like opposite, if the examination is very easy, then the cutoff can go high. So you have to keep this mindset that if questions are coming very tough, you
Yes.
do not have to be afraid. It is for
Yes.
all the students,
Yes.
and vice versa.
Yes.
So now, like we have discussed about the phase 1, we have discussed about the phase 2. You have given the SEBI Grade A in 2021, you have given after that also, and then the third
Yes.
attempt was this year. What was the difference in the first attempt and this attempt that helped you to crack this one?
Yes. So the first attempt was like was on a very lighter side. The paper was on a very lighter side. Means like even if you have gone through the subjects, not much difficult. The paper was like from the YouTube sessions and the coaching institutions materials. If you have gone it through like if you have gone it through like a very easily, completely understood it, you would have able to made it. But this time it was more of sort of a like a technical thing. The paper was, they were asking like many questions were there from the SEBI annual report, if you have gone through that.
Yes.
So that I missed out. So some of the questions over there. Ultimately, the thing which I was like, I had solved the exam this time in a much better way, and the interview played a pivotal role,
Okay.
in the final thing.
And how many marks did you get in the paper 2 in phase 2?
In paper 2, I got 82.
Okay, nice. So you attempted 100
I
questions.
attempted 100.
Okay.
I attempted 100, and in that I got 82. Yes.
This time there were some current affairs based question also, and they
Yes.
were higher in number. Like usually there are 1 or 2, but this time it was like 4 or something. So like were you able to like recall the current affairs? Were you able to answer those questions also?
No, I wasn't able to recover. So in this 100, like 8 to 10, that was like elimination thing, or like you need to have a guess. Yes. I wasn't able to recover. Some of the questions like were very basic, but I was missing out on that moment. Yes.
Correct. And in the examination you have that pressure also.
Pressure also, yes.
And like it's not like that the questions are easy, but you have to answer 100 questions. That by the end of the questions your mind is drained. You are
Yes.
not able to recall because 6 subjects are mixed. So sometimes the same question, like I have seen depreciation in accounts also, I have seen depreciation in economics
Yes.
also, and they can have different ideas
Different
altogether.
ideas, yes.
So that can be very complicated in itself.
So I would like to add like paper time was sufficient. I had gone through the 100 questions twice. So I was going through like double checking like whether I have done this a question right or not. It was just that this time they were testing like whether the candidate has really gone through the subject line by line. It was just, you just can't go through like overview of the subject.
Okay.
It was like between the lines questions.
Okay.
Yes.
So the questions were easy, one-liners we can say, but they were from like in depth.
Right,
in
in
the
depth, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, got to know. So this is what you have to give in mind, that some questions like out of 100 you might feel that okay, 10 questions out of them are very easy. They are like we know them even by not studying in depth, but the other questions will be very in detail, okay?
Yes.
So you have to keep that in mind when preparing for SEBI Grade A in the future, right? So now let's go to the interview. Did you give any mock interview?
Yes, I was only associated with EduTap's interview guidance program.
Okay.
So I gave the mock interview. So there were two panel members over there, and so I was a bit casual in my approach, but they made me upright. Like, no, they completely told me all my mistakes, how you need to sit, what should be your posture, what all you need to study, where your concepts needs to be brushed up. So that really helped me because I was going through a certain direction through my interview preparation, but that thing really helped me with EduTaps, yes.
Okay, and was it smooth, like the whole process, like connecting with the EduTap support team and the mock interview, was like everything very smooth for you?
Yes, yes, everything was very systematic. The team was in touch with me that I'll be having my interview at so and so time, and accordingly that time it got happened. And after that, the feedback was also there, like how was the experience with the interview panel, everything. So they made sure that everything happened good, and also I had a like a recording of my interview so that I could just see whether where I went wrong or like what could have been made better. So yes.
So now let's talk about your final interview. What went right here, I can say?
Yes. So, like this was my second interview with SEBI
Sorry.
after 2021. So that time in 2021, I was like very tensed, very nervous. How would the panel be? Like what kind of questions they would be asking? It's the normal scenario. But this time, I was the last one to go for the interview. And usually the last one, it's a bit tricky because the panel is a bit exhausted and they are like, okay, we have to go home. I'll just ask some random questions to the candidate and then just let it go. So I was the last one, and this time I went full stress free in the interview. I was like, let it flow, how it goes. You don't need to worry about the end result over here. And it ultimately went well. Majority of the questions were asked from my CFA background since I have cleared my CFA level 2. And the other questions were from economics background. They didn't ask me about my any work profile since I had a very limited work profile over there. They tested my knowledge about economics and mostly finance. And they asked some like HR questions like since I had a gap in my this resume, like what were you doing all over these years, and like are you the right person to fit into this role or not? So they were just checking that through different questions. Yes.
And can you recall some of the questions that might help the students if they are like from CA, CFA or such background?
Yes. So one question from CFA was tell me about efficient market hypothesis. So basically there are three forms like semi-strong, like weak, semi-strong, and strong. So you just need to go through that. So I was ready with the answer. Apart from that, one of the panel asked me about like how do you value a stock? Means like valuation, like the discounted cash flow method. So I explained that. Apart from that, there were like tell me 5 takeaways, like 5 major things from the SEBI annual report. So I had luckily read the report, so I could just answer the SEBI annual report. Also, a human development index. What was the rank? What are the three parameters over there? And more questions related to CFA only.
Okay.
And lastly, since I'm from Nagpur, so they asked me what are the major industries from Nagpur which are listed on the stock exchange.
Okay.
So they were just checking like whether he knows, and also related to they asked some questions related to ethics from the CFA background, like how many like modules are there in ethics and all that. So I guess the ma'am was ma'am must be a CFA charter holder or something, because like she was asking back-to-back questions from CFA itself. Yes.
Okay. Now we can say that from your background, from your DAF, a lot of question come. So you
Yes.
were from CFA and economics background. So from you particularly, those questions were asked. And now coming to the end of the session, we are towards the end of the session. So any message that you can convey to the future aspirants and to the aspirants that are going to appear for SEBI Grade A or for any examination as such.
Yes, yes. So I would just like to tell all the future aspirants, like who will be appearing for the examinations, like you like have trust in yourself, completely believe in yourself. There might be tough times in your preparation, like you don't know what will be the next steps, like how to proceed further. I would just say like associate with any coaching, like whichever you find, like in my case it was EduTap, whichever you find suitable to. Just follow their process, and ultimately you need to work out on your own, like what works for me, which strategies and all. Once you follow this strategy, so it's a continuous process. Don't worry about the outcomes. You if you follow this like diligently, ultimately the results will come, and there will be for sure like very down moments in your life in this journey, throughout this journey, but you just need to back up yourself, like okay, you need to anyhow overcome this. There will be many failures, but in the end ultimately you need like one success to get out of this. So that's it, like just keep working hard and make it.
Correct. So thank you so much, Vedant, for coming. And it was really wonderful talking with you. It was really wonderful that the team was able to see you and get to know you. As like when we see our students achieving something, it really boosts our morale also, and it gives us a boost that okay, we are going in right direction, like you are going in right
Yes.
direction. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was a great experience. Thank you.